The first dilemma is from Hassan Mukhtar. I'm 22, no girl wants to have sex with me. I want to start an OnlyFans, but I keep getting rejected because I have no clout. Help me get on the right track, please. Okay, so I don't even think that this is a real dilemma. I'm pretty sure this is somebody trolling, but I do know that a lot of people who are around that age range struggle with that sort of dilemma, especially the part about no girl wanting to have sex with him. That being said, I want to go ahead and explain to you guys why sex is not nearly as important as you think it is. Okay, a lot of men think that sex is the end-all be-all to life. A lot of men really don't even have a sense of purpose in this life other than having sex. Meaning that even if they think they have some degree of purpose, the only reason why they have that sort of idea in their head is because they think that it's going to lead to sex in some way, shape, or form. A lot of men, they don't care about their bodies. They just want to look good so that they can get women and eventually sex. A lot of men, they don't care about being financially stable. They just want to get a lot of money to buy nice things, to get women, and then have sex. What you have to understand is that when you move from that underlying intention of having sex all the time, and that's all you ever want, and everything that you do is done with the underlying intention of you just having sex, you're never really going to accomplish anything in life. Or if you do accomplish anything in life, what's going to end up happening is you're going to lose it. Because the moment that you finally are able to have sex at your own discretion, you're going to stop nurturing and tending to whatever it is that got you to that point. And not only that, but oftentimes when you build a whole career or build your body or just build yourself up for the sake of having sex with women, what ends up happening is you end up with women who don't actually love you for you. This is the problem with chasing sex as opposed to looking for love, is that when you seek sex, you end up in very shallow situationships. I won't even call them relationships. Situationships or toxic relationships, which are founded upon very surface level principles. Love, and especially the communion of two individuals or more individuals if that's your thing, but the communion of multiple individuals who make a commitment to spend the rest of their lives together, that sort of communion doesn't lend itself very well to these surface level forms of love, of hedonism rather, right? And when you stop moving from that space of lust, you'd be astounded at what you can accomplish in your life. This is why nofap and semen retention are so powerful. They're such powerful drivers of creative imagination, of different types of inventions, different accomplishments and achievements in the history of mankind. There are a lot of great men who have at the very least been aware of and have at least tried practicing semen retention. And there's a reason for that. For most men, if you can simply control your libido, if you can tame your sexual urges, or better yet, not even tame them, redirect them towards something else, you would be amazed at what you can accomplish in this life. Now, I understand that some people, they just want to live an average life or they want to live a hedonistic lifestyle. And if that's the case, then by all means, you do you. You do you. But my channel is not designed to help you find that. My channel is not meant to help you find that hedonistic lifestyle where you're just popping bottles in the club and driving these crazy cars and having sex with all types of promiscuous women. That's not what my channel is for. My channel is to help you find genuine love. The type of love that these other content creators would like for you to believe doesn't exist. Because as long as you believe that it doesn't exist, you won't be searching for it. And you'll succumb to the ways of hedonism that a lot of them propagate. Not naming any names or anything, but this is just the reality of the situation. Nowadays, it seems as if people are giving up on love and instead they're looking for lust to take its place. And like I said, you do you, to each their own, but if that's what you're seeking out, you're going to be disappointed. You're always going to leave feeling disappointed. And not only that, but when you talk about having sexual intercourse with random women that you've never met before or that you don't really even know, you're opening yourself up to a whole host of potential pitfalls in life. For example, sexually transmitted diseases, right? I don't even need to explain that. I don't even need to elaborate on that. STDs, nobody wants them. Unwanted pregnancies. Unless you've had a pregnancy scare, you don't know what it feels like to really not know what's going to happen in your life, right? Having a pregnancy scare or having the potential of an unwanted pregnancy will humble you in ways that you could never be humbled otherwise. Okay, and I'm speaking from experience with this. Having pregnancy scares is not something that you want to go through, especially if you're 22 like Hassan, or if you're anywhere in that age range where you know that you're not capable of taking care of a child because you're not even capable of taking care of yourself yet. And even if you are self-sufficient, adding a child to the dynamic, and not only just a child, but a baby mama to the dynamic, will completely alter the trajectory of your life. I'm not saying that that's the end-all be-all and that you'll never be successful if you add those things into your life, but your chances of being successful, whatever success means to you, will be greatly diminished. It's just not worth it. It's not worth pursuing this hookup culture. It's not worth trying to get hoes. It's not worth it, okay? You said you want me to help you get on the right track. The right track is not seeking out hedonism. The right track is trading in the instant gratification for long-term gratification. And the long-term gratification is not instant gratification that's simply delayed. It's not about delayed gratification. It's about long-term gratification, right? And the difference is that with delayed gratification, you're taking instant gratification and simply moving it into the future. i.e., you're thinking about sex as your end goal and you're just creating these different barriers to get to that. But ultimately, with long-term gratification, you'll feel a feeling that surpasses that of sex. And I can speak from experience with that because I know what it feels like to achieve a goal that you've set out for yourself, not for anyone else, but for yourself. And I also know what it feels like to have sex, good sex at that, great sex at that. And I'm here to tell you that 10 times out of 10, achieving that goal is going to feel better because that's going to give you a certain level of confidence and a certain level of self-esteem that you can never gain from just having sex, from having bodies on your resume. You see, that's something I never really understood. I never understood why men found it to be admirable to have a lot of bodies, to have a high body count. I never understood that. And from my conversations with various different women, not just one or two, but various different women, I don't think I've ever met a woman who finds that attractive. And I'm saying this to say that a lot of men, they think that having a high body count will make their sexual market value higher and all of this extra bullshit. Listen, you need to have some self-respect. Women love men who have self-respect. This is a universal principle. Women like men who have self-respect. And if you're just giving your body to all of these different women who you don't even know, and you're exchanging your energy, your valuable energy, with these women, you don't respect yourself. You don't respect yourself. You're trying to get with all of these women because you have this void within you that you don't respect yourself enough to examine, to illuminate. You're trying to run from your traumas by way of hedonism, and it doesn't work. For me, it wasn't sex, it was money. Money was my vice. I was always trying to get more money. I was always working with the intention of getting more money. And probably deep down, I probably wanted more money because I thought it would get me more women. So I can speak from experience with this as well. It's not worth it. It's simply not worth the trade-off. Because you're going to get to that end point and you're going to realize once you get to the other side of that instant gratification, that is not what you think it is. Sex is overrated. I'm not saying sex is bad, but it's overrated. It's very, very overrated. But it's much better if you're doing it with somebody that you genuinely love and that genuinely loves you.